Hi, I'm FB and this is TM News, May 14th, episode 42, beginning with the latest results. And I'll start with a tournament that ended a couple of weeks ago, but that I sadly missed reporting about, which was the ESL 2-on-2 Speed Winter Cup that was won by the French duo Men of Speed, consisting of the players Infernal and Piranha. Second place went to Wild Mofos, and You Ain't Much If You Ain't Dutch took third. All three teams won ESL premium accounts, and first place also was rewarded with a special ESL Winter Award. On Friday, the first edition of the EDRM's monthly endurance was played, with the results being that JaviFlyer took first in a convincing fashion, Dexter took second and Omega took third. The event was streamed by Team EDRM, and you'll find a link to that VOD in the description below. On Saturday, the first weekly cup of the ESL RPG Spring Cup series took place. After a time attack and knockout phase, the winner turned out to be Kilburn, who dominated and defeated Rehax in the last round, with third place going to VKLF. As mentioned before, this is an ongoing event where the idea is to gather as many points as possible in 3 weekly cups, and the 8 players with the most points will then qualify to a grand final. With this win, Kilburn got 100 points and is naturally leading in the scoreboard with 2 more weekly cups left to go. VODs of this event, both in English and French, are available. Also on Saturday, the first edition of the MyR Cup happened. The 4 players that qualified to the grand final were Beat, Spam, Sky and Extreme. Spam took an early lead in the match, but in the end Beat started driving really consistent and was able to pass Spam in the scoreboard to reach finalist mode first. And Beat then was able to win in his second attempt as finalist, and with that took home first place and also €50. Second place did eventually go to Spam, who won €30, and third place went to Sky, who took home €20. VODs of the tournament are provided below in the summary. My weekly race was this time moved to Sunday because of the MyR Cup. But despite that, 148 players came to start, and even more awesome was that 101 players finished the race, which was a new record. So thank you all for playing. As for the results, RESULTS was looking to take home his 8th victory as he was leading for almost the whole duration of the race and had an 11-second lead down to Wally, who was second. But with 2 laps left to go, what then happened was that RESULTS' game crashed and very sadly was out of the race very suddenly. Instead, Wally took over the lead and had no problems keeping it over the finish line, winning the race for the second time. Second place went to Shorty and third place to Sam. A VOD cast by myself is found in the description below, as well as other useful links. On Sunday, the 7th and last group stage playday of the ESL Canyon Country Championship also took place, and the results were as following. Belgium and the Netherlands tied with 3-3, Team Nordic won with 6-0 over North America, and lastly United Kingdom, who had to win against France to have a chance to qualify to the playoffs, instead lost with 6-0. This makes it so the 4 teams that qualify to the playoffs are Germany at first place, France at second, the Netherlands at third, and lastly Belgium at 4th place. VODs of the matches from the last playday are linked to in the summary below. Another event that took place on Sunday was the grand final of the ModLab Championship Season 5. In the grand final, Kronos turned out to be the winner, with Epic taking second and Jojo taking third. A VOD of the final cast by Stubby TV in French is available below. The grand final of the individual speed tournament GoFast Cup was played this past weekend between the 2 German players Nimp and Dan. This final turned out to be pretty one-sided though, as Dan had complete control over the match and pretty easily won with a quick 7-0-7-0 score. A VOD of the final cast in French by Stubby TV is available to watch. And lastly for results, the French LAN Cap Arena also happened over the weekend, and both a Canyon and Stadium tournament was played at the event, with the Canyon tournament being won by Lawrence ahead of Cypher and Alexor, and the Stadium tournament was won by Aswer ahead of Hucky Jr. and Shriek. In a news post over at Maniacup, you'll find the full results, and below in the description I also link to VODs of the 2 grand finals that were cast by Bert in French. Now for community news, ESL has decided to close down their Trackmania Nations Forever section. In the very last news post named Time to Let Go of a Legend, ESL mentioned some stats about the section, for example that 103 tournaments were organized in total, and over 14,000 matches were played over the years. The remaining ESL admins also says thanks to the countless admins who administrated the section, and also lets us know that they will now have all their focus on Trackmania 2. Best Videos of the Month by Media Planet is back and has announced a voting phase for the videos that were submitted last week. Simply pick your top 5 videos in a news post over at Maniacup, and then your results together with the special jury votes will determine which videos will become the best ones of the past 2 months. The deadline is set to this Friday. And to finish off the community news, I want everyone to know that there is now an update available for the very awesome RPG title pack. This new update features over 5,000 new blocks, custom lights and checkpoints, a redesign of the menu, a macro blocks sharing page, and lastly a 64x64 stadium base to build your maps. For more information about all the new features, I'd recommend reading the official blog post, as well as to watch this demonstration video which shows off the new custom lights and checkpoints. To download the RPG title pack, simply go to the in-game store or to the Manialink Trackmania RPG. For upcoming events, which as usual is a long list, which is very awesome, I'll start with the United League 11, which will have its first matches this Wednesday. You can find all the information you need to know about this event on the official website, and I also want to mention that ET are organizing Maniacups connected to the UL that will take place every Sunday, and to find out more information about those, visit the official Mania link, which is provided below. On Thursday, starting at 8 PM CEST, ESL will be organizing another Map Pack Cup played on the third and final map pack for the ESL Canyon Country Championship. The format will be a best of 1 played to 7, with the grand final being a best of 3. If you're interested in participating, check out the official announcement over at ESL for more details. My weekly race will this week be back on its normal time slot on Saturday starting at 7 PM CEST. To be eligible to play, just join the server before starting time, and the map that will be used is added to the server 15 minutes before going live. Anything else you're wondering about? If so, just check the summary below this video for some helpful links. Just after the weekly race, starting at 15 minutes past 8 PM CEST, the second cup in the ESL RPG Spring Cup series will be played. This time, the map that will be used is going to be Wunder, made by Bassboss. And if you want to sign up to this cup, take a look at the news post over at ESL, which will give you more information. Last week I mentioned the weekly Amex Knockout Cup, but I forgot to mention that there's also a Knockout Cup played in United that takes place every Saturday, starting at 11:30 PM CEST. To find out more details about this cup, check out the official topic, linked below. Now Sunday we got lots of events taking place on this day, and I'll start with mentioning the Dirty Ovlind Girls, which is a tournament exclusively for females. This will be an untrained event taking place on 2 different occasions, and in the prize pot is tags as well as planets. More information can be found on the official website. The 14th round of the Ultimate F1 Racing League is going to be played on Sunday starting at 10 AM CEST. This time the race will happen on the famous and notoriously challenging track, the Monaco GP. For more information, visit Ultimate F1 Racing's website. The first Playday of the ESL Country Championship 2014 will happen on Sunday starting at 6 PM CEST. To see the groups as well as which matches will happen and how to watch them, check out the summary below for some useful links. And then 2 hours later, the first Playday of the ESL Competition Premiership 13 will also take place, and for this event you'll find those handy links in the description below as well. But in addition, ESL has decided to host weekly cups in conjunction with the CPS this season that will be played every Friday at 7:30 PM CEST. The format will be 3 vs 3 played in a best of 1 to point limit 7, with the grand final being a best of 3. You can already now sign up to the first weekly cup, just visit ESL's website for further details. And then also on Sunday, the semi-finals of the ESL Canyon Country Championship will happen starting at 8 PM CEST, with Germany facing off against Belgium and France will play versus the Netherlands. For more information on how to watch these matches, take a look in the summary below. Between Sunday and Monday at 2 AM CEST, the 4th MVP Ironman will be played. This will be a 1-hour long NASCAR endurance race with no sign up required. If you want, you can already now join the server to practice the map that will be used, and more details about this event is found over at TMX. And to finish off this very packed episode, the RPG Spain Spring Cup 2014 will start on Monday and then last until June 14th. No registration is needed, and there will be a lot of cuppers and tags given out to the winners. This is an event that consists of several different phases, which you can all read about in the official topic at TMX. And that's all I had for this week. Thanks everyone for watching, remember to rate and comment on this video if you want, and I'll see you next time. On Friday, the first edition of the a VOD cast by myself is fun. This will be a none. As for the results, RESULTS was looking to take home his 8th victory as he was leading for the almost.